Hey there! Stars, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara Mary, and here in Kara Styles, I upcycle my wardrobe one piece at a time, and I am bringing you along as I create this puff dress out of this oversized men's shirt. Like, don't have any puff dress in my closet, and so I was like, this is a perfect opportunity. It's gonna be nice and experimental. So make sure to subscribe, join the community, make and tag me on your creations, because we are creating these perfect results of caring for our clothing and recycling one piece at a time. So let's get started. Puff sleeve dress. I am so excited to start this. So pretty much the first thing I'm gonna do is the sleeve. So I want to cut the long sleeve by closely cutting very close to the seam. So I'm getting very close to the seam in order to have a nice clean cut. And then I'm going to do the same step to the other side, and make sure to put this on the side close to you, because that's going to be the fabric that we're going to use to create the puff sleeve. Next up, I have to remove the pocket, which I used a seam ripper. And then I measured myself with my measuring tape, and I noticed that I needed to go 3 inches down and then cut across, because I want to do an oval shape. I feel like it's far more flattering for my petite body to have like these. So the first thing that I do is do this. I cut across to have a nice clean top, and because it's oversized, I need it also just to make it shorter. Then in order to create and draft the shape that I want the front, I first have to cut. So I separated the front and the back. That's why I'm showing you the seam. So this is me working on the front, and by me taking my ruler and then slowly drawing where I want to cut and I want the shape of the neck to be, because this is very freestyle. Make sure after you're done drawing your neck shape to measure, so then you can replicate a similar shape in the back. Now before cutting, I do have to cut 3 inches off from the side seams because it is very big. Yeah, it's an XXL. So again, I measured myself and saw that I needed to cut 3 inches off from the original size of the men's shirt. And then one thing that I did do that I didn't show in video is that I cut like I'm cutting it in the form of a rectangle. I want that nice straight edge, because when I attach the sleeves, it's just gonna be the side seam of the sleeve, and that's what I pretty much ended with. I saw that I wanted the sleeve to be 11 inches, but instead of cutting only 11, I'm cutting 11.5. And something that I like to do, because it's just much more raw, it's sort of my style of sewing with my clothes, is that I cut one to measurement and then I lay it on top of the other just to make it quicker to sew. And because I'm not sewing with a pattern, I've noticed this freestyle is so much more easier for me. What I'm showing you now is the measurement of the elastic. So to create the puffiness, I attach an elastic seam, but before doing that, this raw edge is bothering me. I need it to be even. Having my ruler very close to me and always double checking on my measurements is something that I like doing, because it allows me to double check my measurements. Then I take my elastic, attach a safety pin, and insert it inside of the top stitch fold that I did on the sleeve. So I didn't show it by going straight to the sewing machine, but when I folded a 0.5 seam allowance, then I had this little tube to insert the elastic, and I do the same thing on the other side of the sleeve. Then I'm sewing with a 0.5 seam allowance, and this is the result that you're gonna see. So with attaching the elastic, once I insert it inside of the tube of the top, I then do a top stitch right here in the corner in order to secure the elastic and it doesn't go flying off. So then the last step pretty much is attaching the front and the back and the sleeves. So I attach it this way with the sleeve on the side, top stitch, and then I grab my back side and attach it to the back side the same way. Once I have them both sewn, like It's so exciting to see it come together. I do a side seam, I sew there, and it's ready to wear. This transformation really didn't take me long. The video is 6 minutes, but overall this clothing transformation took me 3 hours in total, and for a DIY, I find it such an easy, quick way to transform your clothing, especially if you are a beginner. This is a little bit complex, but if you are intermediate to advanced sewer, this is a nice, easy tutorial. Thank you so much for watching till the very end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and go on my Instagram where I vote for the DIYs that you want to see next on the channel. Keep on shining.